Good evening and welcome to the live and interactive quizzing session Qriosity conducted by THiNC Institute of Design. So we are back with another session of Qriosity quiz. So let's wait for some participants to join. After that, we'll be starting our quiz process. So for those who are already aware of the game process, today's game pin is 5505748. That is the game pin for today's session. So let's wait for some participants to join. After that, I'll explain how you have to play this quiz. All right, we have Mayamai. Welcome Mayamai to the session. Let's wait for some more participants. For those who are already aware of the game process, today's game pin is 5505748. The game pin is available in the chat box also, so you can copy it from there also. Okay, Devapriya has joined. Welcome, Devapriya. All right, for those who are not aware of the game process, I'll just briefly explain how you have to play this session. So initially, what you have to do is that if you're using a mobile device, you have to download the Kahoot app from the Android or Apple Store. So after downloading and opening that, you have to enter the game pin, which is displayed in your screen 5505748. You have to enter the game pin in your Kahoot app. At that time, you will be given entry to this game process. One window will be popping up where you have to enter your name also. Once you enter that, you will be given entry to the gaming process. So that is the first process what you have to do. This is for people who are having only mobile device. So if you are not having an extra mobile device, what you can do is that you can use two browsers in your laptop or computer. You can use two browsers. In one browser, you can check our YouTube Live, and in another browser, you can play the Kahoot using the Kahoot website. That is www.kahoot.it. Okay, so if you don't have two browsers, still you can play this game. How we can play this game is you can use a split screen option in your computer. That is, in one screen you can open the YouTube Live, and in another screen you can open the Kahoot website. Again, the same thing only, www.kahoot.it. Again, there also you'll have to enter the same game pin only, 5505748. That is the game pin for today's session. So once you enter the game pin, again you'll be given entry to this gaming process. Okay, that's how the process is. So why I'm saying YouTube Live is important in one device or in one browser, you have to see the YouTube Live, because in YouTube Live only you will be given the questions. The questions will be displayed only in the YouTube Live. There won't be any other option where you will be able to see the questions. Okay. So what you have to do is that you have to make sure that you're not missing the YouTube Live. Okay. So in your Kahoot app or Kahoot website, what you will see is that you will see the options. You'll see the corresponding color codes. Every option will be having a corresponding color code. So that corresponding color code and the shape code will be displayed in your Kahoot website or Kahoot app. So what you have to do is that you have to check the questions from the YouTube Live. Again, check the options also, and again match it up with the Kahoot app. And after that, you have to click on the corresponding color code, which you think is the right answer. Okay, so that's how the process goes. So I'll randomly check some names. Fahad, Sru, Varsha, Pushkar, Amal, Sanju, Faris, Anjali, Varsha, Spade, Sharath, Nandita, Lakshmi, Nasrin, AK, Mukti, Namu, Sai, Nanda, Devapriya, Mayamai. All right. So initially we'll be having a demo session. This is the game pin for the demo session. So demo session means in that demo session we'll be explaining. We'll be demonstrating it with two questions. We'll be demonstrating it with two questions, and you can play this. If you have not played this before, you can play that quiz, and you can make sure that you're understanding every bit of the session. Okay, so that's how it goes. So after the demo session, we'll be moving on to the real quiz. Real quiz, there'll be 15 questions will be there, and by the time we finish the demo quiz, make sure that you're understanding how you have to play this quiz. Okay. All right. So I think we can go to the demo session. So if you are ready for the demo session, just enter ready in the chat box. If you still have any doubts regarding the same, also you can ask it in the chat box. We'll be happy to help you. If you have any doubts regarding how to play this session, also you can ask it in the chat box. We'll be happy to help you. So now, if you are ready for the session, just enter ready in the chat box so that we can start the session. So this will be a demo session only. And after this only, we'll be starting the real session, and the topic will be architectural awareness. Okay. All right, Faris is ready, Mayama is ready, Anjali is ready, Sharath is ready, Shiny is ready. Hi, Shiny. All right, so that's how the process goes. All right, so let's start the demo session. So here comes the first question in the demo session. So who designed the Hyder relief center at Azerbaijan? This is the demo question. And here you can see the question is in the top. You can see the question, and below you can see the options also. Louis Kahn, Charles Fourier, Raj Revel, Zaha Hadid. The key point is that you can see that every option is being coded with a color code. The color code and a shape code will be there. So this color code and shape code will only be displayed in your Kahoot app. Okay. And left side you can see the timer, right side you can see how many of you have attended the question also you can see. Okay. So what you have to do is that you have to match this color code with your Kahoot app, and if you think one option is correct, you have to click on the corresponding color code and shape code in your Kahoot app. Okay, so that's how the process goes. So we have 18 seconds left. Still, if you have any doubts regarding how to play this session, you can ask it in the chat box. We'll be happy to help you. All right, time's up. So who designed the Hyder Relief Center? It is Zaha Hadid. Here you can see that the correct option is being highlighted with the tick mark. Zaha Hadid is highlighted, and you can see the other options have been faded out with the cross mark. Okay. All right. So now we'll be moving on to the scoreboard. This is the scoreboard where you can see who all has come to the top score, and right side you can see the corresponding points also. So here you can see that Anandu has grabbed the top spot with 991. Second, we have Betsy with 989 points. Third is Banu. Fourth is Faris, and fifth we have Arya. Okay, that's how the scoreboard looks. So we have one more question remaining in the demo session. So we'll be moving on to that. And here comes your second question. All right, again, same process only. You can see the question here. 4 options are also seen. Left side, you can see the timer. All right, time's up. So the correct option is A. Almost everybody has answered correctly. So now we'll be moving on to the podium. And this is how the podium looks. This is a final result screen. And here you can see the third spot, we have Arya with 1962 points. Second, we have, again, 1962 point, we have Paris. And first spot, we have Anantu. Okay, so this is the final result screen, and we have runners up also, Banu and AK. Banu and AK is a runners up. Okay, so now we'll be moving on to the real quiz. In the real quiz, we'll be having 15 questions will be there. So this is a real quiz, and the new game pin is generated. Again, you have to repeat the same process only. You have to enter this game pin in your Kahoot app or Kahoot website. At that time, you'll be given entry to the game. Okay. Right. So still, if you have any doubts, you can ask it in the chat box. Any doubts, if you have, you can ask it in the chat box. Okay. So let's wait for some players to join. So the game pin is 479660. The game pin will be available in the chat box also. Okay. All right. So we have Faris, Sharath, Arun, AK, Mayamai, Rishika, Nandita, Nanda, Sharon, Sanju, Arya, Betsy, Nilina, Fatima, Yuvraj, and Kripa, Hari, Saya, Namu, Pushkar, Niyas, JC, Safwana, Can, Spade, Sudu, Banu, Fahad, Varsha, Amrita, Khanna, Agnes, Nasreen, Hiba, Homion, Varsha. All right, so still, if you have any doubts, you can ask it in the chat box. You have to enter the game pin only. You have to enter the game pin in the Kahoot app. At that time, you will be given entry to the quiz. So at that time, your name will also be displayed like this. So that's how the process goes. In one screen or in one device, you have to open the YouTube Live, and in another screen or another device, you have to open the Kahoot app. Okay, so that's how the process goes, and you have to click on the corresponding color codes based on the questions we are displaying in the YouTube Live. Okay, that's how the process goes. So if you are ready for the session, you can enter ready in the chat box so that we can start the session. So today's topic will be architectural awareness. Architectural awareness. So we'll be having 15 questions from architectural awareness, and 2 questions will be having bonus points also. Mukti, Akshay, Gargi, Sai, Anti, Snoopy, Carol, Malavika, Antoni Gaudi, Tarshi, Nandana, Anantu, Fawaz, Sanjay Kumar, Nikita, Lakshmi, Nanda, Kusi, Aisha, Sara, Lori Baker. Sorry if I'm pronouncing it wrong. Any of your names? All right, so Faris is ready, Anjali is ready. So I think we can start the session. So in a while, we'll be starting the session, few more seconds, and after that, we'll be starting the session. Okay. All right. So even after we start the session, almost still you can enter this quiz. Again, the game pin is 479-660. So you can enter this game pin, and anytime you'll be able to enter this quiz. Okay. All right. So I think we can start the session. Faris, Anjali, Chahat, Susri, everyone is ready. All right. So starting the session, and here comes your first question in Qriosity Quiz 44, and the topic will be architectural awareness. All right, excess of aluminum brick causes shrinkage and warping. Aluminum is the substance which is imparting the plasticity to the earth. So what will happen is that if it is excess, the bricks will shrink and warp during the drying and burning process. Okay. All right. So moving on to the scoreboard for the first time. All right. So we have Arun. So after first question, we have Arun on the top with 911 points. Second, we have Sai. Third, we have Laurie Baker. Fourth, we have Malavika, and fifth, we have Mayamai. So again, the game pin is 479-660. That is the game pin. Okay, you can enter this game pin in your Kahoot app and enter anytime in between the quiz also. All right. So moving on to second question. All right, time sir. So limestone is dash. What kind of a rock is limestone? So it is a sedimentary rock. Sedimentary rock, and it is mostly composed of this calcium carbonate, usually in the form of calcite or aragonite. Okay, so that's regarding limestone. I think almost everybody has answered it correctly. So moving on to the scoreboard again. We have a new topper here. Laurie Baker is a new topper here with 1809 point. And second, we have Sai with 1787. Third, we have AK. Fourth, we have Mayamai. And fifth, we have Agnes. Okay, all right. So that's all from the scoreboard. Moving on to the third question. All right, time's up. So the outer annual ring between the heartwood and cambium layer in the tree is known as sapwood. Sapwood is the outer annual rings between the heartwood and cambium layer, and it is a living outermost portion in a woody stem or a branch in a tree. Okay, all right. Scoreboard. Larry Baker still on the top with 2724. Second, we have Anthony Godi Third, we have Agnes. Fourth, we have Mayamai. And fifth, we have Nilina. We have a new climber also, Nida. Nida is a new climber with climbing up 22 places in the scoreboard after third question. Okay, moving on to fourth. All right, so the constituent which is giving red color to the brick is iron oxide. Iron oxide. So that is, it gives red color on burning when an excess of oxygen is available. Okay. All right, most of you have answered it correctly. So scoreboard again, still Laurie Baker is on the top with 3655. Second, we have Anthony Godi. Third, we have Agnes. Fourth, we have Nilina. And fifth, we have Mayam. So 9 players have reached the answers. We got 3 correct answers in the top. Moving on to fifth question. All right, time's up. So the ingredient that imparts Qriosity to the cement is alumina. Actually, it is acting as a flux and it lowers the clinkering temperature. So that's how it is acting as a Qriosity element. All right, most of you have answered it wrong. I think most of you answered calcium sulfate. So the right answer is alumina. Moving on to scoreboard. So we have a new topper here. Anthony Godi is a new topper with 4347 points, and Laurie Baker has moved to the second spot with 3655 points. Third, we have Fawaz. Fourth, we have Pushkar, and fifth, we have Agnes. So 4 players have just hit the answer streak of 4 correct answers in a row. All right, so before moving on to next question, if you like this content, make sure that you're subscribing to our channel, and you make sure that you're liking this video also, and make sure that you're sharing this content with your friends. With that note, let's move on to the 6th question. Which is not the desirable material? Fly ash. Fly ash cannot be used in its original form to construct walls. Most of you have answered correctly. Scoreboard. Anthony Godi is still on top spot with 5253. Laurie Baker second with 4557. Third, we have Pushkar. Fourth, we have Agnes. Fifth, we have Banu. New climber here. Spade. Spade is the highest climber, climbing up 16 places in the scoreboard. 7th question. All right, the architectural term which refers to a freestanding bell tower comes from Italian and means a high bell tower is campanile. Campanile, the word name of the campanile is derived from campana, which means bell in Italian. Okay, moving on to scoreboard. Anthony Godi is still on top with 6171. Laurie Baker still on second with 5497. Third, Agnes. Fourth, Pushkar. And fifth, we have Sai. We have a new climber also. Hanna is a new climber, climbing up 15 places in the scoreboard. Moving on to 8th question. So which architecture style has a following feature and associated with cathedrals? It is Gothic architecture. It's also called as a pointed architecture, the kind of architectural style which was prevalent in the Europe in the late 12th century. And okay, so it came to India during the British time. Most of you have answered correctly, Gothic style. Scoreboard, we have slight changes only. Anthony Gaudi still on top with 7097. Second, Laurie Baker. Third, Agnes. Fourth, we have Nikita. And fifth, we have Nelina. So 11 players just get the answer speak of 3 correct answers in the 9th question. Right. So which of the following is the work of Ludwig Mies van der Rohe? It is a Seagram building. Seagram building, it is in New York, near the Middletown type of building, New York. Again, scoreboard. We have Anthony Gaudi with 7969 points in the top. Second, we have Laurie Baker 7317. Third, Agnes with 6735. Fourth, Nelina, and fifth, we have Pushkar. Here, 8 players have just hit the answers. Pick up 3 correct answers in it. So 10th question. 10th question is a bonus question, which will be having double the points. All right, time's up. So the level below the window is called sill level. Sill level. That is the level between the base portion of the window and the portion of the floor above the ground level. Okay. Let's see the scoreboard again. Still Anthony Gaudi is on the top with 59833 points. Second, we have Laurie Baker. Third, we have Agnes. Fourth, we have Pushkar. And fifth, we have and new climber here. Anandu is a new climber, climbing up 16 places in the scoreboard. Before moving on to 11th question, let me remind you regarding our Telegram channel. So we are actually having a Telegram channel where we'll be posting updates regarding your examinations and our upcoming programs like quizzes and classes. So the link will be posted in the chat box. So make sure that you're clicking on the link now itself and join the Telegram channel. All right. So with that note, let's move on to the 11th question. All right, so London City Hall was designed by Norman Foster. Scoreboard, Anthony Gaudi and Laurie Baker has crossed the 5-digit mark. And in the first and second spots, third we have Agnes, fourth we have Anne, and fifth we have Sanjay Kumar. Akshay is back in the game with 3 correct answers in it. That's all from the scoreboard. Moving on to your 12th question. Okay, which architect is associated with India Gate? And this is Edwin Lutyens. Edwin Landseer Lutyens, and he was a famous English architect known for the imaginative, adaptive, traditional architecture styles. You can see this kind of architecture in Bombay and Calcutta and this kind of areas. Okay, Edwin Lutyens. Scoreboard, we have Anthony Godi with 11586, Laurie Baker with 10995 in the top two spots. Third, we have Agnes. Fourth, we have Sanjay Kumar. Fifth, we have Malavika. Nandita is back in the game with 3 correct answers in it. 13th question. All right, French window. French windows are the full length hinged windows, which are usually seen inwards or outwards and is placed in the exterior wall. They're called French windows. Scoreboard, Anthony Godi with 12437 points. Second, Laurie Baker 11912. Third, Sanjay Kumar 9827. Fourth, we have Fatima, and fifth, we have Spade. Nias is back in the game with 3 correct answers in it. More people are back in the game. So 14th question. All right, so what is the part given in the image? It is Voso, the wedge-shaped element, typically of stone, used in the building as an arch or a wall. That is called Voso. Okay, scoreboard again. Again, Anthony Gaudi, 13343 and first spot. Second, Laurie Baker with 12808. Third, Sanjay Kumar, fourth, Spade, and fifth, we have, and all the 5 has crossed the 5-digit mark in this case in the top spot. And Rishika is back in the game with 3 correct answers in the top. So moving on to our last question in this session, and that is, we'll be having double the points. All right, Doric, Ionic, and Corinthian orders are the terms used in ancient Greek architecture. So that's the end of all the 15 questions in our architecture awareness skills. So now we'll be moving on to the podium, and let's see who all has come to the top 5 spots. So final result, we have Sanjay Kumar with 12561 points in the third spot. Second, Laurie Baker, and first spot we have Anthony Gaudi with 15203 points, and runners up Spade and Agnes. So congratulations to all the winners, and thank you to all the participants. So winners, what you have to do is that you have to take the screenshot. You have to take the screenshot of the final result screen and send it along with your Instagram ID or WhatsApp number. 8086111024. So congratulations to all the winners, and thank you so much for participating to everyone. So we'll be having curiosities every Mondays and Fridays. So make sure you're joining the quiz frequently. All right. So thank you so much for participating. So if you have any suggestions regarding your quiz, make sure that you're getting back to us. Thank you so much and have a great night.